Hello everyone, welcome back to another 2v2 Warhammer battle. This is going to be Doubled Empire versus the Vampire Counts and Beastmen. For my army here, we have a front line. I'm using the Swordsman once again. Behind them, we have 2 Warrior Priests, and then we also have a Light Wizard, Witch Hunter, and the leader is General of the Empire. 2 Halberdiers, 3 Spearmen, a group of Demigryph Knights, and then 3 Riflemen, including the Silver Bullets, or Silver Bullets over here. My ally has the Hellstorm, or Rocket Battery Sunmaker. We have a front line of also Swordsmen, Halberds, Greatswords, Empire Captain, Arch-Lector, Tattersouls, Royal Optimal Gryphites. Vampire Counts have Isabella von Karstein, Black Coach, triple Blood Knights, 2 Black Knights, and then a bunch of Skeletal Warriors, White King, and then Zombie over here. Beastmen have double Minotaurs with shields. Yeah. Gore Herds, Ungore Herds. We have double Gore Bulls, Bray Shaman of the Wild, Morgor the Shadowgave, and 2 Chaos Puppies. So the Hellstorm Rocket Battery is going to begin its fire on this concentrated Beastman formation, which is good. That's what it should be firing at. Unfortunately, though, these Demigryph Knights, who the enemy saw, because they actually moved from here up over to here, they saw these Demigryph Knights do that, and they're just going to come in, and they're actually going to tie them up here in this forest, very far away from my allies' army. So I'm going to start moving some of my forces, including my spearmen and handgunners. I want to move my handgunners here, because I mean, look at the terrain. I want my handgunners here so we can fire over here. And I don't want to fire into the forest, but unfortunately we're going to have to fight in the forest, because all these knights are going to surround the Demigryphs, and that's a bad time for the Demigryph Knights. My allies' leadership is going to go over here as well, and they're going to try and fight. I'm going to, again, try and pull my force over there at the same time, keeping an eye on the Beastmen over there. Vampire Count's going to be coming in like this, so I'm going to also have to try and deal with those guys. But yeah, things are not going well with the Demigryph Knights, because they are totally surrounded by Blood Knights and Black Knights in here in the forest. I think Isabella's going to start summoning some zombies to cut off the Halberdiers, I think? Or maybe to cut off the Greatswords, because I know the Greatswords are going to be coming over here, like... So it's going to just be a long combat. But yeah, these Demigryph Knights, man, they are so dead. They are so dead. We see the Invocation of an Head going up on these Blood Knights, so the damage that they did get to do is now just going to kind of be canceled out. Now the Arch-Lector and the Empire Captain, along with these Halberdiers, is going to go up against Isabella, Blood Knights, and the Black Coach. Again, I'm going to try over here and fight the Black Coach as well. And I'm still bringing up my spears, I'm still bringing up my demis, but we don't want to fight in the forest. But at least their cav takes penalties in the forest as well, so I guess that's something. But like, I need them to fight on the open so that my handgunners are ready, because I'm not going to move them all the way up here and fire into the forest. I wanted to draw them out here, but unfortunately that's not going to happen.
It will be done.
Seeing that the Black Knights are coming around trying to get the General of the Empire in this little mix, I'm like, nope, we got to get out. But I'm going to try and save my ally here by netting these guys to get him time to go out. But they're going to stay there, and these guys are just going to fight all of this for a long time. Meanwhile, over here, the Beastman player is finally starting to charge. I'm seeing that, so now I'm going to have to get my handgunners who were waiting to fight the Blood Knights over on this side. And because I was focused back here, I failed to realize the Chaos Puppies came in behind us, and they're now going to get into our rifles, which is unfortunate, so I'm trying to pull everything back now. I will leave my Spearmen over here to assist with the Blood Knights, but the Blood Knights can't just come around and go bloop, 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 bloop. So I'm just going to leave this line here and try and fight these Blood Knights in the forest. And again, my allies' leadership is just going to sit here against all this, and they're going to slowly fight. Zombies are being summoned to cut off reinforcements for the Greatswords. I am still going to have to move my forces over here. We managed to cast a net over here with the Celestial Wizard. Unfortunately, I'm not sure why this happened, but my Celestial Wizard moved all the way up here, which is not where I wanted them. But at this point, I was kind of spread out with my attention, so he's going to sit here, and they're actually going to die right here. Because I was too focused with these Chaos Puppies and trying to get my bullets, or my handgunners away from them, and trying to intercept them with any unit that I could, basically. And also trying to pull units away from this fight with the Skeletal Summons, or sorry, Skeletal Warriors and Zombies, to try and get around this Gore pack. Then I'm just going to leave this guy here, and he is going to get killed eventually. And I did not notice him. I was just not looking his way. But we do manage to save some of the handgunners, with the Demigryph Knights coming in here, killing the puppies, Halberdiers coming in here, and our General of the Empire coming in here. Going to try and continue to move the Witch Hunter over here. I accidentally gave him an attack order, so he's trying to shoot his gun, which is very hard for him to do. But I'm going to move over here and start slapping accusations on some Gore Bulls to try and do some damage over time. Cygor is going to be summoned up over here and start throwing into my infantry. Getting my halberd spread out to try and take this charge that's coming in from my handgunners. Going to be pulling our handgunners back so we can get a little more distance between us and the enemy. And we're going to start firing into the enemy's formation. We're getting a devolve cast on us. Meanwhile, over here, my ally is still trying to just get their great swords and halberdiers to save their leadership, because they keep getting stopped by these summons, unfortunately. My spearmen are still just kind of holding off these 2 blood knights now, and I'm not going to pull them back because 3 spearmen holding off 2 blood knights is a trade I am willing to take to keep them away. These guys came back from money, so they're going to come back over here. Now we're trying to focus down on the Gorbals, who are now going to try and force their way through our front line here very soon. But you can see that my Celestial Wizard died over here because, again, I just did not notice him, which is a huge mistake. And now I'm trying to get a double row over here to accept the charge, because, I mean, look what the enemy's doing. All they're doing is, I guess, just selecting everything and giving an attack order on my handgunners. That's why everything is just trying to force its way through my halberd line, and they can't. So that's what's happening here. Everyone's just trying to run through to get to the handgunners. So we're going to have to continually withdraw again, and we're going to have the General of the Empire intercept this Gorbal. We have Demigriffs on this Gorbal, trying to intercept them and keep them pinned down. And our halberds luckily got a lot of free damage on these Gorherds to try to just pull through them. Getting the handgunners out to safety, relative safely anyway. My allies' leadership is now almost routing, but they have held on for a long time. Blood Knights still being held by spearmen. The front line of the swordsmen and great swords are doing really well against skeletal warriors and zombies, as to be expected. But they still have a lot of Blood Knights left, unfortunately. So after the withdrawal, once again, we're now going to focus fire on these Gorbals once more to try and focus them down as we try to finish off these Minotaurs with shields. Halberds are finally overcome by all of these Ungors and Gorherds that were into them. And yeah, so now we're just free firing on the Gorbals, trying to finish them off. This Cygor is going to be annoying because it's actually going to hit our handgunners a few times. But I didn't really have anything to take it out, and it was a summon, so I was like, hopefully it just is going to sit there and miss a lot. It doesn't miss as much as I would like it to. But I need everything focusing on these Gorbals and keeping the Gorherds from getting into our handgunners, so that's what we're doing right here. We managed to rout one of the Gorbals, or managed to kill him. I think we actually killed him. And now we're working on the second one, who's also almost dead, but we also saw Morgor, the Grey Shaman, and all these Ungors just trying to run through to get to our handgunners once again, but we're holding them off a little bit with our halberd back here, supported by the Witch Hunter. Also, the Demigriff Knights are still buried in here, dealing with Chaos Spawn now. Yeah, we have Chaos Spawn and Morgor, another. I think that's like our 3rd devolve going down on our forces. Spearmen finally break over here under the weight of the double Blood Knights. All 3 of them did, but they held them in place for a long time. My allies' leadership is finally routing and just running off the battlefield. It's unfortunate. We get a mass rout of the Gorherds and Ungorherds because of the fear and terror from the General of the Empire, and now we are free to focus on their leadership. My 2 warrior priests have Shield of Faith, and they've just been kind of cycling it. Actually, did they both cast it right there? I don't think no, they didn't. I've been trying to cycle it to try and keep 22% damage resistance on as much of our army as we could. Getting units back over here to stop these Ungor spearmen. The Gorherds come back, and they're going to start charging once more, and I'm like, bloop, bloop, bloop. Demigriff Knights over there, break them, break them. Gunner's now focusing on the Brace Shaman because Morgor has a lot of missile resistance, so we're trying to focus out their leadership as best we can. And now they're going to charge across the field. Spearman came back from routing, so I'm going to try and get him over here to assist against the leadership. Running our Witch Hunter, trying to intercept as well. We sapped an accusation, I think, on the Brace Shaman. Or we will at one point, or already did. Warrior Priest is going to be coming up behind the rear. Demigriff Knights now going in here to try and disrupt this Gore charge, and then we're going to stick them on the Cyclops. Or Cygor, sorry. As we continually withdraw from the enemies here to get another good shot on their leadership. Ally now, the Allies' leadership is now dead. They were hunted and killed by the Blood Knights. Yeah, but the Blood Knights over there. They still have a full Isabella. They still have 3 groups of Blood Knights and a Black Coach. And the only thing left of my ally is going to be this Tattered Souls, unfortunately. And I think that's all they have really left. Still doing what I can to save my guns because we need them. Here we go. Demigriff Knights finally taking out what remains of that Cygor. We are routing off the rest of their Gorherds. Getting some more shots on their Brave Shaman. And now trying to focus down Morgor with the General of the Empire. And like I said, he has high missile resistance. But then he's going to summon another Chaos Spawn out of our units. That's, I think, the second or third one there. As the Warrior Priests are dealing with the remaining infantry, now they're going to come over here. Like, and look at all that fire going in there. And once again, they try to pull through and get into our handgunners. My ally is now, I think, all but dead, unfortunately. Trying to intercept this Brave Shaman before they get into our handgunners. Trying to get our Demigriff Knights over here and our Warrior Priests. withdrawing our handgunners once again, keeping the general there to try and duke it out with Morgor. But then these Chaos Spawn are going to deal a lot of damage. They're going to deal a lot of damage to my general.
Shoot them!
As I'm still trying to get my force over him, like, boop, 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 boop. And I'm just like, come on, please kill Morgor. I know you have missile resistance, but we got so many guns, just murder him. And then we are going to start shattering. My warrior priests were fine. My witch hunter was fine. Demigryph knights were pretty low, but it's just due to the fact that the enemy has the power bar there, and even if I was able to snipe Morgor at this point, which we're close, but even if I was able to snipe him and rout the gore herds, like, we weren't going to be able to deal with 3 blood knights at this. I mean, no, that would have been really hard. I would have had to protect my handgunners to keep these guys busy for so long, and I don't think that was possible because they still had like 2 almost full blood knight groups. So that's, yeah, it's unfortunate, but that is going to be a loss for the Empire this time. So good game to my opponents and to my ally. In terms of kills, my front line, I think, held up really well. The 3 devolves on my swordsman really sucked for them, but they still got a ton of kills against the skeletal warrior zombies and then the front line of the beastman player. So I think they did pretty well. Unfortunately, I did get flanked by those chaos puppies who got a lot of damage before we were able to kill them, and then I lost track of my light wizard, which, oh my god, yeah. For some reason, I gave him a move order right next to a Gorble that I don't remember doing, and then he dies. Which that also sucks. And then for determination, a ton of kills here because, again, they were dealing with a bunch of skeletal warriors and summoned zombies, but they unfortunately they couldn't take out those blood knights. There were a lot of blood knights, and the Demigryph knights getting sniped early was a huge victory for the enemy because these were the only thing that can really threaten the blood knights. The greatswords can deal some damage, but besides that, like, there wasn't really, I mean, I guess halberds too to a lesser degree, but they really needed these kind of Griffites to be mixed in with their infantry and fighting the blood knights. But so it was a good move on the enemy to isolate them and destroy them early. And then for the enemy, the front line didn't do too well, but it wasn't supposed to, but their blood knights just wreaked havoc. Black Coach did as well. And then for the beastmen, Morgor was a punk, man. Those Chaos Spawn summons. And then it was a good move with the Chaos Warhounds. I did not realize them or notice them in time. So that was also good too. So good game again to Determination, Phoenix Irradiation, and Aspatowski. Let's watch the cinematic view. Poor Demis.
Smash that aside! Enemy wizards! Find the enemy! It will be done! For Heldenhammer! Go! Go! We serve the Emperor! To battle! Formation march! Yet! For the Emperor! Formation march! No lingering! Sigma! Quicker! To battle! Understood! Quick march! Brace yourselves! Shoot! We obey!
Yes, sir! Quickly! Formation! March!
Take your position!
I don't know why he moved up there.
To battle!
I don't know why.
Moving now!
Seeking enemy!
Speed! Way, General!
Sigma,
Yes, General!
Hold and
Quick march! Quick march!
Take the ground!
Position! Quick march!
Sigma! No!
In range!
position!
No lingering!
Take position! We serve the Emperor! Warhammer!
Take position!
To battle!
Seeking the enemy! One way!
It will be done!
Marching!
Moving now!
No lingering!
No!
At battle! To battle!
Take position!
Hold it high!
And run! Run!
Fire! Fire! Take the ground!
Quick march!
For the Warhammer! Seeking enemy! Take the ground! Quickly!
Yes, sir!
Wise counsel! For the Warhammer!
Take the ground!
Formation! March! Get the enemy wizard spotted! Sigma!
Take position!
Shoot them! Moving! Charge!
Moving now! Shalia, protect us!
Moving now!
Yes, sir! No
Shoot them!
Use
your guns!
Preserve!
Charge!
Sigma!
It will be done, sir!
Withdraw! Attack!
Sigma! Wise counsel! Yes! Quickly! No lingering! Now! For the Emperor!
My God,
Take the ground! Now! Very well! Now!
withdraw!
For France! For the Warhammer!
Sigma, preserve us!
Sigma!
By your command!
Formation march!
Draw!
At speed! Charge!
Quick march! Moving now!
Go!
Shoot them!
Yes, my lord!
To battle! Sigma!
It will
My
be
gunner's
done.
just like shooting my
To battle!
leader.
At speed!
Speed! Move it to battle! Prepare for combat!
Formation!
Yes,
Take the ground!
Speed!
No lingering! Formation! March! Yes, sir! Quickly!
Ground! To battle!
To battle! War! For the twin-tailed puppets! Shoot them! Take the ground! Quickly!
I cannot abide
At
them!
speed!
Oh yeah, hey, what up, Witch Hunter?
For the twin-tailed comet! Wise counsel!
Battle!
My girl, Maraz! Formation, march! Heading out!
Out and right!
Moving now!
Sigma, preserve us! On our way! The Helden Hammer!
March! Get position! Formation march! For France! To battle! Detachments move!
Position!
At speed!
Get them! Formation! Detachments move!
No lingering!
Yeah, take that.
Sigma! No lingering!
Take the ground! Enrage! Battle awaits!
And then I think we shatter.
Sigma, preserve us! With Sigma!
Yep, that's when we shatter.
Quickly!
Man. All those Demi's still alive. Witch Hunter, all my heroes are still pretty good. Except for that Celestial Wizard. I don't know what happened. We lost him. I don't know. He got a wrong bloop order somewhere. Misheard the bloops. It's understandable. It's a pretty complex yet simple language. It's all about like the tone of the bloop, like bloop or bloop, you know, bloop bloop. Casual bloops. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the battle, everybody. That's going to do it for this episode. Whoop. I guess we can watch these Tower Souls die. Where are the Tower Souls? There you are. Oh, he's done. All right. So again, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Take care.